Alright guys, today we are going to be figuring out how to solve for the area of a circle. Today we do not have any new vocabulary, basically because we've already learned what area is. If you remember, area is what is everything that's inside of the figure. So today's circle is of the area that's inside the figure. The key concept that we need to know is, how do we even find the area of a circle? To find the area of a circle, we have pi times the radius squared. If you're taking notes, please write down this important concept. On this slide, we are going to have two examples. I'm going to work these two, and you pay attention just to see what I'm doing. Don't forget, at the very beginning, I'm going to be using this formula, area equals pi times the radius squared. So in the first one, we have a circle that has a radius of 9 meters, and I want to find the area, everything that's on the inside. So I'm going to use my formula, area equals pi times the radius squared. All that I'm going to have to do is take this radius and plug it in for here. So when I do that, we're going to have area equals pi times 9 squared. From here, all we do is just work the order of operations. We have 9 squared, so we have the area is equal to 9 squared is 81. 81 times pi. Now this right here is a perfect answer. Since pi is irrational, there's no specific perfect one, but if we keep it as 81 pi, that'll work. But if you want to type it into your calculator and use 3.14, we would come up with about 254.5 meters for this one. For the next example, they're actually giving us the diameter, but we don't need the diameter, we need the radius. So to find the diameter, what do? We're basically going to cut this in half, and the radius of this is going to be 7.5. So again, we're going to come back in, use area equals pi times radius squared. Instead of using the 15 feet, which is the diameter, we only take half of it, which is 7.5. So we take pi times 7.5 squared. When we square 7.5, we end up with 56.25, make that, times pi. This here is the perfect answer, but if we use 3.14 for pi, we would end up with about 176.7 feet squared. So what I want you to do on this slide is to pause the video, try these two examples yourself, and then unpause the video to see what I've done. Alright, so from here, it looks like the first one we have a circle with a radius of 11 meters. So from here we use area equals pi times the radius squared. Take the radius of 11 and just plug it into the equation. So from here we do 11 squared. 11 squared is 121. So 121 pi. This is the perfect answer. I would take that. But then if we want to use 3.14 in our calculator and solve it through, we get 380.1 meters squared. For the second one, they give us a diameter, but we only need the radius. So we have to cut this in half. Half of this is 4.1 inches. So we have area equals pi times the radius squared. Take pi, plug in 4.1 for the radius, Square that. 4.1 squared is 16.81 pi. That right here is our perfect answer. But if we actually want to solve it through using 3.14 on our calculator, we would end up with 52.8 inches squared for a final answer. Please, please, please double check your work. Make sure that you did this correctly. In summary, the main points, which you all probably should have caught on to, the area of a circle, to find that is pi times the radius squared. If they give you the diameter, you have to cut that in half to get the radius. The radius squared is not the same as the diameter. So, area equals pi times radius squared.